Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. How many of you here procrastinate? Most of us do, right? I procrastinated so much on this speech that I don't have anything to say. Thank you for being such a great audience. Over to the team. Moody. Okay, I'm just kidding. If I walked away like just I did, then the VP team would have surely. Long gone were the days of that caffeine induced madness and that all nighters. Just for the sake of this speech, I summoned the dormant spirit of my engineering days and then I wrote this speech. This procrastination habit of mine is not something new. Back in my first year of college, I had a huge crush on this girl. I waited and waited, hoping that she would notice me someday. The first year passed, I didn't approach her. The second year came, and I thought this would be the year when I would finally go talk to her. But guess what? I didn't. Years passed, placements were done. I even got my offer letter. Thing happened. And it was not until graduation that I finally went ahead and then talked with her. In such a cliched story like this, you all know what will happen, right? Me getting to know that she had someone else in her life. I couldn't help but feel that tinge of regret for all those missed opportunities. This is such a small incident, right? You might all be wondering, how does procrastination really affect us? You might ask. Well, the first aspect is that procrastination as you know takes a huge toll on you mentally, thanks to all those all-nighters and all that scrambling you do to just meet the deadlines. The second aspect is that procrastination has its subtle ways of leaving its mark physically. For instance, I was putting off exercising for a very long time, and I noticed that I was starting to gain a lot of weight. And before you start scanning my physique for bulging tummies and bursting buttons, let me stop you and clarify. I did find a way to beat this procrastination habit, albeit up to some extent. The trick was to reduce the barrier to exercise. What I realized was that the inertia to get out of that comfy sofa on your home is unimaginably huge. What I did was I figured out I need to hit the gym even before I reached home. And luckily for me, my office has a gym. So what I did was I rescheduled my cab an hour later and I started to hit the gym, and those extra pounds now are at bay. Now, let me give you another instance. The exact story of me delivering my speech right here. It was almost a year back when I gave my icebreaker. And because of my work commitments and personal commitments, I couldn't give any speech for almost an entire term. Until I talked with our VP associate Karthik, I didn't realize that the real reason was not any commitment, it was actually procrastination. Now here I am giving my third speech, and this is like my second speech within a span of just few weeks. Now, what was the reason for that change? Karthik? Yeah, he's a great influencer, but what really happened was that he actually randomly set up a date for my speech, and then without second thoughts, he did that. And for me, in my mind, it was like a strict deadline I needed to adhere to. I wanted to come here on the stage and give my 5 minutes of my speech, no matter what. So now I have told you all about how procrastination affects you. Now let me be the devil's advocate and tell you procrastination has its own set of advantages too. Once at work, I had to finish one project, a proof of concept, and as usual, I procrastinated a lot, and it was just a few days before the deadline. But in unbelievable turn of events, the VP of our organization visited our company, and then he just canceled the idea I was supposed to work on. I was so happy that I didn't put any effort into it. That equated to a lot of time and money saved for the company, right? I hope my managers would see that and appreciate me. But sadly, they didn't. Else, I would have put this on bold on my resume. Now, getting inspired by my story, please don't start procrastinating at work. I definitely won't come there and watch for you. If you're someone who is procrastinating a lot, I hope you have got some good pointers in how I handled procrastination. You just need to keep the first thing you need to keep in mind is that you need to reduce the barriers to achieve that goal. If those goals are like really huge, then break down into smaller goals and achieve it one at a time. And the second thing is to make sure you set a target date for that goal and make consistent progress. It doesn't matter how much you progress or what the end result is, just make sure you just keep on putting that effort. I hope everyone takes this advice and find that motivation to procrastinate procrastination itself. Now let's all go ahead and seize the day, or maybe tomorrow, but definitely soon. Over to the team.